Okay, good evening, class. So we began the journey of JavaScript for some time now, and in the last class we we treated operators, and we are still going to continue operators today because I think last week I stopped at the plus, equal, minus, equal, multiplication, equals, and so on and so forth. And I treated other operators like the modulus and so on and so forth. I want to believe there's no question. Favor.
No, no question, sir.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Favor. Um, let me see my program schedule. Yes, there is another operator, although it is kind of new. So not all, I'm not sure. Anyway, but I'm going to try it. Double asterisk. Single asterisk means multiplication. Multiplication. Double asterisk means exponential, or some may call it power. For example, if I want to compute 2 raised to power 3, which will give me 8, um, I can do 2 double asterisk 3. This is the same with this. And I think there's also a class called the math.power. This is a class which we are still going to talk more about. Then this is the method on the class. Then I think it takes 2, which is the first one, then the power. We are going to demonstrate it now anyway to confirm what I'm talking about. So let's go to the browser. Let me just open, no, let me open one. No, okay, let me use this other one. So let me comment out. Okay, these are functions. Okay, if I do not call them, nothing is going to happen. Oh, I'm calling it here. Let me comment that one out. Okay, so if I say two asterisk, double asterisk 3, let's see, that's 8 exactly. If I do raised to power 4, that will give me 16. So double asterisk is 2 raised to power 4. And I think there is also this math dot power. Let me confirm first. Math, no, it's capital M. Math dot power. Is it power or the? Okay, let me try this first. 2 comma 3. Yes. So this is 2 raised to power 3, 2 raised to power 5, 32. So there are 2 ways we can achieve the exponential. Either 2 double asterisk 5, or you use the math class, which is the math dot power. So let's move on. Let me go back to the board. What we are doing is the basics, please. and I want don't take it with levity. They are very, very important because by the time we go into algorithms, then you understand what these building blocks we do under this. Now, there's what we call, making the screen operator. I will try to enter control flow today. Operator precedence, but at the same time, I don't want to overload you with information anyway. Operator precedence. I also believe that depending on the part, on which part of the world you are, you must have heard what about something called PEMDAS, or some will say board mass. Board mass. Now, what this thing does is to give us preferences or maybe orderliness when we are doing calculation. Say, for example, 2 plus 2 times 3 plus 4 minus 10 divided by 5, no, by 2. Now, if we do not apply any of these precedents, somebody will just come and do 2 plus 2, which is 4, 4 times 3, which is 12, 12 plus 4, which is 16, 16 minus 10, which is 6, and 6 divided by 2, which is now 3. Some will say the answer is 3. But we know that we have precedence. So and we know that according to Bodmas, you do division first. But if you look at PEMDAS, you do multiplication first. But the truth about these two is that this multiplication and division, addition and subtraction, they are of the same precedence. They are on the same level. So which simply means that you do it as as if you are moving from left to right, and whichever one you come first between multiplication and division, you do that one first. So there is no actually division coming before multiplication or multiplication coming before division. But it is sure that either of these two must come before addition or subtraction. So if I want to use that, I'm going to have 6 here, 2 plus 6, then plus 4 minus, I will evaluate this, which is 5. So now, because addition and subtraction, they take the same precedence, so I will still apply from left to right rule. So I'm going to evaluate this, which is 8, then evaluate this, which is 12, then minus 5, which is 7. I do not emphasize that anyone should have problem with this, but at the same time, I'm going to ask the question. Is there any question on this?
No, sir.
No. Okay. So the same precedent is applicable in calculation. So when you are given maybe a variable x equal to 2 plus 5 minus 3 times let's say 4, then plus 2 minus 10 divided by 5, for example. So for you to do this, you have to use the PEMDAS or the Bodmer's precedence rule and solve and resolve this expression into a single value, then assign that to x. So let me just do this first. According to my PEMDAS, I'm going to do 12 first. This is 12. Then the next one is 2. So 2 minus 2, that nullifies it. Then I have negative here, 7. So 7 minus 12, I have minus 5. Am I right or wrong? The scholars in the class. Am I right or wrong?
Right, sir.
Yeah, you're
Okay.
right, sir.
So let us confirm what we just did. Let me take a pen and write it out so that I'm sure that I'm getting the actual expression out. So I have 2 plus 5 minus 3 times 4 plus 2 minus 10, then divide by 5. Okay. So if I go back to the browser, if I do 2 plus 5 minus 3 times 4 plus 2 minus 10, then divide by 5. So you can see we have minus 5 there. So there is no question on that, I presume. So let's move on. Let's see. I hope I've not omitted any other. Okay, yes. Now, comparison operators. Comparison operators. Now, you will come to a situation that you need to compare 2 or more data with one another. And in such a case, you will need what is called the comparison operators. Comparison operators. And they are just the greater than or equal to, less than or equal to. Please note the way I'm writing my greater than or equal to up. I did not write this. This is wrong. I did not write this. This is wrong. Greater than or equal to, less than or equal to. Then we have the equality. We have the double equal and we have the triple equal. I will explain the difference between these two in a few minutes from now. Now, there is another one, the not. The not, this is not. So if you want to say not equal, you say not equal. This is not equal, which is this one. You take one of the equality sign here and replace it with the not. This is not. It's not this north. This is north. I'm not talking about this one. N-O-T, not. So this is the not of this operator, and for this one, I have the double equal sign there. So one of these is replaced by the not operator. Then we also have the ternary operator. Is this one among the comparison? Okay, I will leave it at that for now. So let's quickly go through this one after the other. I want to believe that no one here is finding this mathematical symbol strange. No one, right? Is there anyone in the class that is finding this mathematical symbol strange? The greater than, the assignment equal, blah, blah, blah. Is there anyone? Okay, no one. Okay, let's quickly go to the yes browser. So if we have a variable a and I assign 4 to that, I have another variable b and I assigned maybe -2, 3 to that, another variable c and I assigned maybe 5 to that. Let me just stop at that. So if I want to compare, if I ask, is A greater than B? Is A greater than B? True. 4 is greater than -3. Is B greater than C? False, because -3 is not greater than 5. Now, if I want to compare, okay, let me change this one to say 4. And let me do another variable B. And I'm going to assign 4 to it, but in string format. Now, if I do A single equal sign to B, look at what is out, -3. Why? Because this -3 is assigned to A. So the two of them now, both A and B, are now -3. But if I want to test for equality, are they equal? I'm going to use the double equal sign. Now, if I now run it, you will see it is false. False, because A is not equal to B. Now, is A equal to C? If we say true, yes, A is equal to C. Is A equal to D? If we say true, yes, it will say true. Let me clear it. It's going to say true, yes, it's right. It is equal. Why? Because there is something called variable type juggling done by
Yes.
JavaScript.
Yes, ma.
So now,
Huh?
but if you
Huh?
notice that this for is a string type, right? What JavaScript is doing is that it will try to convert this to a number, and then we now do the comparison. But if you don't want that juggling to occur, you want to know are the values equal and are they of the same type? Let me annotate it here. What this double equal sign is checking is just equality. The values, are they equal? Yes, 4 and 4, they are equal in values. However, the triple equal sign, that one is checking for both the equality and type. So this one is asking, are the values equal and are they of the same type? If true, yes, is going to return true. If I do triple equal here, a triple equal is for the same thing as string of 4. It will say false, because though they are equal in value, but they are not of the same type. A is of type number, while D is of type string. So they are not of the same type. So, and that is the more reason when we get to control flow, you will see or observe me using this triple equal sign, because I want to be sure that I'm testing for both the equal value and of the same type. Is there any question in what I just explained now? Is there any question? No question. Okay. If I say is A less than B, A is not less than B. Let me run this again so that you see. Because A is greater than -3. But if I say is A less than, okay, let me use 4 here, C. Is A less than C? You will see it is false because A is not less than C. They are equal. But if I say is A less than or equal to C, you will say true. Yes, they are equal. Because this is less than or equal to. The same thing, if I use greater than, it will still return me true. Because although A is not greater than C, but it is equal to C. Is there any question? Okay, no question. All right, so that means we are good. Now, there is another set of operators called the logical operators. Logical operators. Let me clear this screen. Logical operators. And I kind of introduced one of them to you earlier on, which is the not. This not is a logical operator, but at times we use it with compare to compare. Is it equal or not equal? Blah 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 and so on. But this symbol is a logical operator. Then we have the ampersand, two ampersand sign, which means and. Then we have the two pipe, which means or. So this one is clear enough. Let's discuss about and. Now, for me to explain, I'm going to draw a table called, we called it the truth table. The truth table. This is first input. Let's say I have 0, 0 here, 0, 1 here, 1, 0 here, and 1, 1, 1 here. So this is input 1, input 2, and this is the output. If I say 0 and 0, this will return me 0. Now 0 in computer means off, 1 means on. So that means that, or at times we can say this is false and this is true, right? So if I want to rewrite this truth table in form of false and true, I will say false, false, then false, true, then true, false, then true, true. So if one of the statement, the input, one of the input is false, just one, if once is false, just and will return false to you. False, false, false. For and to return true, it must all the input must be true. So that means that if I have is 2 equal to 2 and is 2 greater than 1 and 3 less than 5. This is true. This is true. This is true. So the overall output of this condition is true. But if I just change maybe one of them, if I ask the question, is 2 less than 2? This will return me false. The moment one of the input is false, everything here is false. Is there any question? Is there any question? No question. Now, let me go ahead with or operator, logical operator. Similarly, I'm going to bring the truth table, the first input, second input, then the output. I have false, true, and true, true, false, true, false. Now, or operator, the or operator says that if any one of the inputs, just one, if anyone is true, then the output is true. This is true, and this is true. The two are false, so this is false. This is true, so ends true. This is true, ends true. So that means that if I have 2 equal to or 2 greater than 2, this returns me true and this returns me false. Hence, I will have true there. Is there any question? Okay, there is no question. All right. Let me even check my audience tonight. Joshua, do you have any question? Joshua.
Yes, sir.
Do you have any question?
No.
I can't hear you, Joshua.
No.
No question. Okay. Ademola, do you have any question, please? Ademola, any question?
No, sir.
Ewa Jesu, any question?
No, sir.
Okay. So I want to assume others, David and Co, do not have question since nobody is raising any alarm. Okay. So now I will go into conditional statement. I will come back to if there's any need be bitwise operator. There's something called the bitwise operator. So I will come back to that one. And before you do the comparison of that, you need to convert your input into binary form. Then you do your AND operator and OR operator and so on and so forth. So
What about
what about
the not operator, local operator?
okay, I've not explained it. Okay, all right, let me quickly explain that. The not gives the opposite of the input. If the input is true, then the not operator will give you false. If the input is false, it is a we call it unilary, right? Yeah. Operator. Unilary operator, yes, because it takes only one input, just one input, or one operand. One operand. Unlike the rest, you will see maybe one operand here greater than 3. This is an operand. This is an operand. So, but for not operator is just one. If the input is true, if you negate this not, then it will give you false. And if you say not this, then of course it is true. Not false is true, not true is false. So now, if I now want to do maybe if I say I want to check, somebody is asking, yes, thank you, David. Thank you so much. It's unary. Yes, you are correct. Thank you. It's unary. Yes, unary operator. Thank you. So now, if you have maybe a variable x, which is 2, and another variable y, which is 3, and you say 2 is not equal to 3, not equal to 3, this will return true because 2 is not actually equal to 3. But if you say 2 not equal to 2, this will return you false because 2 is actually equal to 2. So that simply means if you check the check the operation first without the not operator, what is the Boolean expression of this? 2 equal to 3 is false. So then you not it, then it will give you true. So here is 2 equal to 2. Yes, it is true. Then you not it, then it will give you false. Thank you for the person that asked this question, because this not operator can be confusing at times. So evaluate the expression without the not first. Is 2 equal to 3? No, it's not. It's not. So that means it's false. Then apply the not. So not false is true. Joshua, any question? Is Phenomy in the class today? Let me check. Phenomy is not in the class today. Okay. So I move on to control flow. I will explain the control flow today. Maybe in the next class, we will discuss the flow chart, or okay, I will try and discuss it today because I see this is 2016. Okay. Is somebody talking or asking question?
I thought you said conditional operator.
I've
Is
treated
it
conditional operator.
okay? Okay, sir.
Conditional operator is the greater than, less than, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to, and so on and so forth. Haven't I treated this today?
You've done it, sir.
So that is conditional operator. So let's go to control flow. Control flow is all about you asking question. And the question is simple if, majorly. If a condition is true, then execute the statement within this block. Remember, once you open this curly brace, you are opening a code block. Once this condition here is true, execute all the statements within this code block. But if it is false, else, if there's another condition that you want to check, then you execute this other code block. So after you are exhausted with your conditions, all your conditions, you can have as many else if, and so on and so forth. It can be so long. Let me just put the dash. Then you, at the end of it, you now have else. The else will cover everything, round everything up. Then you have your code block. Let's do a simple example. Recording now. So I will say, I want to prompt the user, please enter your score. I know I'm going to receive a number, so I'm going to receive a float. Remember, I discussed about this data type. If you let me just remind you, integer are all numbers without decimal points. But if your score, if the number has any decimal point, like 2.5, it is now a float. It is a float. 2 is an integer. So because the score can be in decimal form, that's the reason why I'm converting this string, because whatever is coming from here, from the user, is a string. I need to convert it into a float. So this will convert that number into a float. Then I will assign it to this grade. So I will now do my logic, my business logic. And what is my business logic doing? It's going to check if the number is greater than 75. So I will say if grade is greater than or equal to 75. I will enter this code block. I can say your grade is A. Else, if where is the condition again? The number is between 65 and 74.99. So else if grade is less than 75 and grade is greater than or equal to 65. Let me confirm again. Where is it? This one. You can see it. It is greater or equal to 65, but it's less than 75. So I will say alert. Your grade is B. Else, if your grade is less than 65 and grade is greater than or equal to, what's the value again? 50. I will say alert. Your grade. No. What am I doing there? Your grade is C. else if again, because I want to check for another condition. And what is the condition? 45 and less than 50. Grade is less than 50 and grade is greater than or equal to 45. Let me confirm. Let's confirm. Yes, 45. Code block. I will say alert. Your grade is D. And since there is no every other one falls below 45, I will just use my else. There's no need for me to check for any condition. Else, the code block, I will just alert your grade is F. Failure. Is there any question on what I just wrote here? Is there any question? Is there anything strange? I've explained this in the before now, so we are just practicing it now. Is there any question, please? Our time is fast spent. I want to close for the day. Am I audible? This one that everybody
Yes,
just
sir.
said
Yes,
is-
sir.
Ah, okay. So that means there's no question. All right, no problem then. So I'm going to run my code. Someone that scored 98.7%. Your grade is A. Somebody that scored 74.999999%. Your grade is B. You can see less than 75 or greater than 65. Somebody that scored 35.8 is F. Is there any question? Is there any question?
No, sir.
Okay. So I think it is safe to close here today. I want you to do that assignment, the even number or odd number assignment. I want to see it next week. Even is this week now, this week Saturday, by God's grace. Demola is out of the class. Joshua, do you have any question?
No.
You are sure? Okay. All right. Okay.
Oh,
Demola is back. Do you have any question?
no, sir.
Okay. That's fine. I hope there's no question. I hope you understood it. We are moving higher and
Yes.
higher, and it's going to get hotter and hotter.
Sir, I have one question.
Okay.
Why are we doing JavaScript instead of HTML?
Why are we doing JavaScript instead of HTML? Okay. Let me explain. Let me explain. I'm going to explain with something practical. Something practical. Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
If I over my cursor over this, can you see that this should I can call it a div comes up, and the moment I go off it, it disappears. Right? You can see. The moment I over my cursor over the personal menu, it will give me other options. Right? Okay. I gave you this assignment. It's not, you are still going to continue because there's still more work to be done on it. It's just the beginning. That's why I'm just wondering why people are not doing it. And before I close, for those of you doing the assignment, please create a folder and name it portfolio. Because by the time you are job hunting, the first thing you'll be asked is that let us see your portfolio. What they are asking you is that let us see what you have done. Let's see your work. So all these assignments, they are building up your portfolio. I have done this. I even try to mimic a business site called GT Bank. This is it. This is my code. This is my JavaScript. This is what I did all by myself. They will know whether you are saying the truth or not because they will view the code. They will know. So it's not, there's no hanky panky came there. They will know. So the portfolio gives you an edge. Okay, yes, this individual knows what he or she is doing. And we have asked questions he or she has answered. Of course, he or she is fit for the job. That's all. Now, this is made possible with JavaScript. Let me show you something. I was trying to explain something to, let me see. Okay, I think I'm trying to remember the folder I used to explain to the person. I think I use this. Let me check this. Is there JavaScript there? Yeah, I think yes, there's JavaScript will be good. Let me run this. Now, I will go back to the code. I'm going to comment out this script. This is JavaScript. I will comment it out. I believe you are familiar with this, right? This is what what was this?
HTML.
This is HTML. But what is this? This one. What is this? David, what is this? Why am I not getting answers? Mary, what is this? What I just highlighted. Favor, what is this?
I'm sorry, JavaScript.
It's JavaScript. This was the first thing I did at the beginning, how to integrate your JavaScript into your HTML. That was the first thing we treated. If I comment this out, Now I've commented the JavaScript out because now I'm over this home. There's nothing there. Nothing. You can see nothing is showing. Nothing whatsoever. Let me uncomment this out. Go back there. You can see something is showing now. You can see. That is what JavaScript is doing. JavaScript adds behavior to your HTML. Going here, logging in, the moment I click on this, JavaScript is at work, not HTML. The moment I click on it, it will take me, okay, fine. This button, yes, this button is JavaScript. The moment if you come here, look, this function is linked to this now. You can see on mouse over, call this function, call this, is calling it. And the moment I mouse out, remove it. So the moment I click on this, I don't know why it's not showing. It will take me to a login page. Where I need to sign in. I need to log in. Now I click. These buttons, they are all JavaScript. Now I can now put in whatever this in, then put the pin, then click login. But all these ones are fake data. If I click, it will give me, it will say no, it's not recognized, invalid user ID. This is JavaScript. This is JavaScript. This message saying that it's invalid user ID and password is JavaScript. So you cannot have a full-fledged website without JavaScript. So what am I saying? At the beginning, I mentioned this. You have your HTML. Inside it, you know how to integrate CSS. You have CSS here, CSS, you have JavaScript. So we integrate CSS into our HTML using the link tag, and we integrate JavaScript using the script tag. So this is now run on the browser, like what we had here. So does that answer your question, Demola? Demola, you asked a question. Does that answer your question?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I think we can call it a day here. All right. Thank you, and God bless you all.